Manuel, first of all, are search and rescue missions still continuing on this day 4 since the quake struck, or is optimism fading?
Well, you do have people who are holding out hope. You have relatives out here watching the work and asking them not to stop. So yes, people still have hope that survivors will be found, and they're encouraged because even yesterday there were people that were being pulled from the rubble alive. What you have going on behind me is the collapsed office building where up to 40 people are listed as missing. The rain here has hampered efforts. We were told this morning that they're having to take a break because there's a lot of mud and the debris could be shifting as well. So yes, much of this will be recovery. They are very aware of the fact that if you have places like this one with 40 people still unaccounted for, they may be looking for bodies. But you have families again out here who are just imploring for these workers to continue what they would deem a search and rescue effort, hoping against hope, really, that somebody might still be alive in there.
It is absolutely tragic to hear that, Manny. And explain for our viewers how ordinary citizens and volunteers are helping government officials to try and locate their loved ones, and even ordinary folks who may not have lost somebody or may be looking for somebody, but are trying to help as best as they can to dig people out.
Yeah, that's really been the big story here is not only the devastation from the earthquake, but just the solidarity and the way that people immediately came together. We spoke with bankers and people who do all kinds of different professions who stopped working. They threw on whatever they could find as far as a helmet. They got their tools and they were out here helping to try to save people. And some of them, in fact, were able to even listen to people banging on metal inside of here to try to locate them and try to rescue them. That has happened here, but we have people that are coming not only to bring coffee and water and food for the rescue workers here, but waiting until they are given the word that they might be able to go in there and help to remove some of that rubble. Again, you have to remember that this is painstaking work. It would be great if they could just bring machinery and lift all that really heavy debris off of there, but they're afraid that things are so fragile back there that any little pocket where people are trying to survive right now could be disturbed if they were to bring heavy machinery in. So they're using a lot of the volunteers here to pick up small pieces of the debris at a time, and you'll see some of these human chains that have happened throughout this ordeal where people are passing it from one to the other, trying to get that debris out of there. So volunteerism here is really such a huge part of this story.
Yeah, we've been seeing pictures of those bucket brigades as you've been reporting to us. I know that dozens of buildings collapsed. Are there enough shelters, and are people staying in shelters? And also, have there been any aftershocks?
There have been aftershocks. They haven't been that great. We actually have not felt any, even though they're apparently registering on the scale. There are shelters. Hospitals, of course, are taking in people as needed. We've actually noticed that a lot of people, in fact, decided to sleep on the streets outside in sleeping bags or bringing their mattresses outside of their homes because they are afraid of aftershocks and they don't want to be inside some of these structures that may not be deemed safe just yet. So they have the resources, it seems, right now in place that they need. As they clear some of the collapsed buildings and say, well, maybe there aren't any survivors in here, they're able to then reposition those resources to places like this one.
Well, certainly, Manny, our thoughts and prayers are with those folks out there who are still searching. Thank you so much for your reporting. Manuel Bojorquez reporting from Mexico. Thank you.
Thank you.